today's video, I felt like I didn't want to be the trainer, I wanted to be the trainee. So today what we are doing is that we are going to be doing a full leg workout together, but not a leg workout that I designed. So I've been designing my own workouts for years at this point, and every once in a while it's just really fun to sort of put it in someone else's hands and just follow the lead. So today I decided that we are going to be doing Miss Whitney Simmons' most recent leg workout that she posted on her YouTube channel. So I'm going to be linking the link to her video down below if you want to take a look. If you don't know who Whitney Simmons is, where have you been? She has been doing YouTube and Instagram and sharing her workouts for a very long time. I've been watching her videos for a very long time as well. So I thought that it would be just a good fit, you know? I'm gonna try out her recent leg workout, which is a quad and glute workout. Like she says, we're gonna roast and toast these legs. Okay, so I just looked at the first part of Whitney's workout, and she starts with barbell back squats, which I'm very happy about because I start all of my leg workouts with barbell back squats, and it's a movement that I'm working hard right now to get better at. So I'm really happy that we're still putting them in here. I will say though, that I will change a little bit of what she's doing. So the way that she does it, she's doing 4 sets, and with every set she's increasing her weight and decreasing the amount of repetitions that she's doing. So I'm actually going to be doing the opposite. I just think it's a lot smarter and physiologically more efficient, and it just makes more sense that if you're going to work your way up to a high weight that's really challenging for your body, that you would do that earlier on when your muscles still have their full energy, their full potential. So that's what I'm gonna do, still my warm-up sets as usual, which is basically gonna be me working my way up to my weight. But once I get to the heaviest weight that I wanna work at today, I'm gonna start my working sets there. And then I'm either, because it's not something that I'm gonna be able to sustain probably for 4 sets because I'm really gonna push myself at the first few ones. So I'm either gonna decrease my reps but keep my weight the same. So I'm gonna keep the same weight, but just do as many as I can by the time we get to the 3rd or 4th set. Or I might decrease my weight a little bit so that I can maintain the same amount of repetitions. But I just think it makes more sense to do it that way. No hate at all to the program that Whitney designed. Just from my exercise science background, this just makes a lot more sense to me, especially if you are trying to work more on those strength gains, then this is just the way that makes a little bit more sense to me. So that's what we're gonna be doing. So I'm gonna warm up, I'm gonna do all of that, get my hips ready, get my knee ready, get just my body ready in general, and then we're gonna start the squats. So yeah, and then as we go through it, I'll look at which does. I haven't looked at the rest yet. I'm gonna be surprised as we go through it. So number 1, we're doing barbell back squats, and also it would just take a second to just talk about how pretty Whitney Simmons is in this video, well, in all of her videos. But anyways, I'm gonna get to my warm up and let's do it. Okay, so I just did some rowing to get my heart rate up, and then I did some mobility drills, like I said, for my hips, my knees, a little bit of my upper back, because you need all of that to be moving well to do your back squats. So what I will be doing to get up to my weight is here in my warm-up. I am going to slowly increase the weight while decreasing the amount of repetitions, just so that I can get my joints, my nervous system, my body in general used to the load that I'm going to be working up to. So here, when you do that during your warm-up, don't make sure that you're not like maxing out at every single one of the weights that you're doing. You don't want to be fatigued by the time you get to your first working set. You just want to be warmed up and ready enough. You just want to be a little bit more pumped up. You know, your nervous system needs to be a little bit more jacked up to be ready for those heavy weights. So I usually will only do 5 to 10 reps. Like I rarely ever do more than 10 repetitions when I'm doing this. So this first set that I'm gonna do, because it's a very low weight, I'll do 10. And then as I get closer to my working set, I'm only gonna be doing 3, 4, 5 repetitions just to really go through the motions, but still be full of energy, have 0 muscle fatigue when I get to my first working set. So I'm gonna start by putting just 10 pounds on each side of the bar for my first set. sets. So I did my first set with 65 pounds, and I did a second set with 95 pounds, a set with 115, and now I'm about to do my first set at 135. And this is gonna be my working set. This is gonna be the weight that I'm gonna keep for all 4 of my sets. And then I will start by doing 10 repetitions, and then I will get as close as I can to 10 for the last 3 sets. In the past, I've done 10 in the first one, and then I've stuck around the like 6 to 8 reps for the last 3 because this is still a pretty heavy weight for me, so it's very challenging for me to maintain this weight for 4 sets, but we will do our best. And this is where progressive overload is really key, and it's a really fun way to play around with it because every single week, even if you just add 1 rep to one of your sets, that's already progress, you know? So there's a lot of room for improvement, and it's just a lot of fun to see the progress happening. So we'll see what we get at today. So in between each of my sets, I usually take 2 to 2.5 minutes of rest because it's heavy, it really taxes your body. So you want to make sure you recover to be able to properly do the next 3 sets. So I just powered through and did 4 times 10 at 135, which I've never done before. So little tap on the back. That's, like I said, the beauty of progressive overload is that every time you push yourself a little bit extra, your body gets just that 1% better every time. So anyways, it's just really, really fun to see the strength going up. It just makes it so much more motivating. Anyways, that's all I'm gonna say on that. So next, Miss Whit has got us doing single leg assisted Romanian deadlifts, which I've never done with a barbell. I've done them with dumbbells, but she does it with the barbell, so we're gonna give it a try. That's what today's about. Try something new. So I've already set up, I'm gonna try just with 65 pounds to start off with because I have no idea how it's gonna feel. But we're doing 4 sets of that. So we're doing 10 on each leg, keeping the weight the same, the reps the same for all 4 sets. So we're gonna give it a try and see how it goes. Is done. Really fun. I love B-stance Romanian deadlifts. I personally still prefer the dumbbell version, just for myself. Like, I personally prefer how it feels with the dumbbell. I can control better my hinging movement, but that's just personal preference. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this exercise. It is fantastic, and I think everyone should give it a try at some point to really challenge their hinging pattern. All right, let's see what's next. All right, up next is split squats. So Whitney does them with her back leg elevated to get a little bit more depth. I have one bad knee, so my knee does not bend that much. So unfortunately, I can't do it like that. So I'm gonna do the regular split squat stance. But you guys can try both. Elevating either the front or the back leg is gonna give you more range of motion. So it's a great alternative if you want a little extra challenge, if you wanna go a little deeper in your range of motion for your split squat. next, we are moving on to B-stance hip thrusts. So same thing like for the B-stance deadlift. The goal here is that we are putting our legs in like a staggered position. So one is going to be more behind, so in sort of a normal position, and the one in the front is going to be more extended. And what that's going to do is that the leg that's more in the back, that's in a better position because you're going to be at 90 degrees, that's the leg that's going to be doing all of the actual work, whereas the leg that's a bit more in front is just there to stabilize, to provide some balance and just a little bit of help. But really like 80% of the work is done by the leg in the back. So we're going to set this up. I'm not going to lie, my energy is starting to drain a little bit. We're at the fourth exercise, so this is usually where it starts to get a little bit more tiring. And at the end of the workout, I'm going to sit down and give you guys a little bit my thoughts on the actual workout and just go a little bit, do a bit of a exercise science evaluation on how this workout was programmed. So stick around for that if you're interested in the science behind training a little bit more. So let's hip thrust. It took me pretty much about an hour if I don't include my warm-up in there. With my warm-up, it was probably an hour 15-ish. But anyways, really good workout. I really enjoyed it, so Whitney did a fantastic job. So we're just gonna do a little bit of an analysis together on that workout. So first thing that I think Whitney did really well with that workout is the order of the exercises. So when you have a workout like that has a lot of exercises and you have some strength training and some hypertrophy training, the order of the exercises is the most important thing. So you really want to start with compound movements first, which is what she did. And out of the different compound movements, you usually want to start with the ones that are either on the heavier side, that are more complex, that have a slightly higher risk for injury, so that require more stability. And that's exactly what she did with the back squats. It was the heaviest of the movements, the one that requires the most energy, the one that's more draining on your nervous system. So that was first. Then we moved on to the B-stance Romanian deadlifts, which once again, compound movement, requires a lot of stability, requires a lot of focus, so that was really good. Then we moved on to the split squats, which although it's a single leg move, it's still compound, and it also requires a lot of stability because you're in a split stance. So you need to really be balancing well, and you need your muscles to still have a lot on them to be able to perform that correctly. And then we went into isolation. So we did a glute isolation with the hip thrust and then a quad isolation at the end. As you saw, I don't have a leg extension machine, so I did that quadruped knee extension, which looks like nothing, but let me tell you, that burns. So that is the burnout that I did instead. So the order of the exercises, fantastic. The choice of the exercises, also really good. For a quad and glute hamstring, that's exactly what you got. So really no complaints there. A good amount of volume, but not too much. I'm really not a fan of workouts that have like 8, 10 plus exercises, especially if they're this kind of workout. So more strength hypertrophy, you don't need a million exercises. If you're doing circuits, if you're doing HIIT, if you're doing that kind of stuff, then sure, throw as many as you want in there. It's just more for fun and variety. But when you're trying to build muscle, you don't want a lot of exercises. You want good ones that you can perform well, that really target the muscles well, and that you can just continuously, progressively overload from week to week. So that is going to be pretty much it for the analysis today. I think she did a fantastic job, and honestly I think she's one of the fitness influencer inspo people who has been doing a really good job, honestly, since she started. Obviously I haven't gone back to look at her videos from 5 years ago or whatever, but from what I can remember, she's always had pretty good workouts. She always has really good form cues, which is also really good. So all in all, big fan. Thank you, Coach Whitney, for that workout. It was really fun to just be a trainee for a day and not really think too much, and it got me to try out those B-stance Romanian deadlifts, which I hadn't programmed for myself, but now I got to try them, and I'll probably be throwing them in there more often. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different, but I'm playing around. I'm experimenting with YouTube. Still pretty new at this. Still not like 100% sure exactly what kind of videos I enjoy making the most, so I'm playing around with different ones. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed these little analyses of workouts, then let me know in the comments below if there's any other trainers or fitness influencers whose workouts you would like me to try and review. If we're gonna give this workout a rating out of 10, honestly, it is pretty dope. So I'm gonna give it like a solid 9 out of 10. Why not a 10? Because no workout is perfect, you know, no workout is perfect. So 9 is pretty much as good as it's gonna get in my opinion. So there we go, 9 out of 10 for Whitney's quad and glute leg day. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, really helps my channel, and subscribe if you haven't already. I can see that there's a lot of you guys out there who watch the videos but don't subscribe. So if you enjoy and you wanna see more, make sure to hit that subscribe. It means a lot to me, and it'll help this channel grow so that I can reach more people, hopefully help more people. That is it. That's the ramble. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, evening, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you next time.